WWE music. Now, WWE's had three main music people. For the longest time, they had Jim Johnson, who made some of the classic ones like Stone Cold Steve Austin's, The Undertaker's, The Rock's, and all of the Attitude and Ruthless Aggression era themes. Not all of them were great, but you kind of expected that with certain ones. And as WWE went along, in 2010, I believe it was, they cut ties with Jim Johnson, so they went to a new music person by a group called CFO. They had some really great songs that they made for WWE. So some of the people such as, but not limited to, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, on the women's side, Alexa Bliss, Carmella, think Nikki Bella, I'm not sure, or the Bellas, but then in 2018 or 19, WWE cut ties with them due to some issues. So they went with this new group called Def Rebel, based out of New York. Now, here is the main problem with Def Rebel. You get what you pay for. Now, what I mean by that is, while Def Rebel isn't great, they are not horrible either. Def Rebel is weird when it comes to some of the big names in the company, like Roman Reigns, Bobby Lashley, and some of the others. They come up with great themes. Even some of the Bloodline members, like Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga. I'm not sure if Tamaloa has one yet. And the new one, Jacob Fatu. They're great. But then you get some of these other themes that are like, what are you doing? A lot of them feel like they're just going to the free music section on YouTube, finding something and seeing how they can incorporate that. So, for example, take Kaden and Katana Chance. Before they became the Party Girls, they have a theme called Spiteful Warrior. And it has a feel of two other different themes based into one. The main ones in this is Bobby Lashley's theme, and as well as the army version of Lacey Evans' gimmick, where it has that marching beat, like the type feel, and then some other stuff thrown in. Now, with that army version of Lacey Evans I just talked about, with that, they did a good job on it. Where it felt like a military style song. And even when she was a sassy Southern girl or sassy Southern woman, they did a great job with that one as well. But where they have one or two good ones, you're going to have 10 or 20 bad ones. And that has been the main problem, where they've had more bad ones than good ones. So on YouTube, there have been multiple people who have done videos about, ranking the newer themes out there. Some of them have been good. A lot of them have been bad. And that has been the main problem with Def Rebel. You get what you pay for. And I think their contract is up sometime this year. Will they renew? Will they not? I don't know. But that has been the main issue with Def Rebel. Well, you have one or two good ones, you're going to have 5 to 10 stinkers. And the main problem has been timing. Now, what do I mean by that? If Def Rebel is given, let's say, 2 to 3 to 4 months, they can easily come up with a very good one. Proven with Roman Reigns, Bobby Lashley, Solo Sikoa, and so forth. But if they're only given, let's say, 3 to 4 weeks, that's where you get the 10 to 20 stinkers that come in. And that has been the main issue with them. Now, am I saying WWE has to be like AEW and spend 6 figures on a third-party song? Absolutely not. Now, what I will say they should do with that is, if it's a big name artist or a big name wrestler where they feel they can get their money back from that, I don't see the problem. But am I saying they need to do that for every single wrestler on the card? No. But what I am saying they need to do is either find a new recording group that can be as good as Jim Johnson or CFO, or give Def Rebel another chance and be like, okay, you've had multiple bad ones. If you can come up with 5 good ones, we will keep you. If not, we are getting rid of you. That is something WWE needs to consider doing because that has been one of the main issues, what a lot of people have been criticizing WWE about is their entrance themes. If you take the Royal Rumble earlier this year, you've had even wrestlers in the company don't know who each other is because the themes have been so bad. Now, some of the themes have fit the characters. I do like Kaden and Katana Chance's theme because it fits their party girl style. And I also like the countdown in it as well. Now, with Alexa Bliss's themes, since they got rid of Spiteful, most of those have been good. The only stinker in that one, what felt sort of rushed, was the Evil Is Mine song. But other ones such as, but not limited to, The Fury, which felt like a remix of Spiteful. But the funny thing is, Spiteful was also a remix of one of her original themes, which was called Blissful. And then her 2 newer themes have come out, which have like a punk rock theme to it, which is fine. Don't get me wrong, but is it the best? It's okay. Now, Carmella's another one. For the longest time, Carmella came out to the FABOUS. But then when she went to these new characters, she got new themes. So the new one, the one she had next, which sounds like an Italian name, Felici or something like that. How that was done was very well, because she would get in the doorway, and it would be dark, and then all the lights would be white. Meanwhile, on the Tron, it would be showing her with, going some of the different features on her, like her lips and stuff like that. But then when she got to her newer character, I sort of liked where they were going with it. Like showing her with a Lamborghini, her with this, and her with that. The only thing that made it bad was the rapping, telling how bad she was. Like, what is the point of this? And then her new theme, before she went away on maternity leave, was where it was like, I think it was like, where it was basically like saying the FABLOUS, then it went into the rap part. So Def Rebel has a very rocky relationship, and it's one of those things that needs to change, either for the good or they just need to cut them. I want to hear from you. Do you agree with what I say? Do you disagree with what I say? What do you think about Def Rebel? I would like to hear down below.